Yo, chat. Let's get busy. Nah, but let's get busy, chat. We got a room reading for you guys today. I'll go ahead and do my little thing. So we're gonna spin this up right quick. There's a reason why I do this. I'm not just randomly spinning the bag, but you know, that's a trade secret. Everyone has their own way of reading. Some of your favorite readers, you think they're unique, they are really copying off for lesser known readers. Shout out to Z the Healer. I mean, Z the Seer. A lot of people copy off of him in his style, which is lame as fuck. Get your own swag, nigga. Get your own juice. Get your own bag. Get your own crib. Get your own girl. Get your own mans. Y'all be wanting to be like other motherfuckers so bad, and I think that's what's coming out. Not you guys. This is not my collective, but someone wants to be like you. Someone is literally... Someone looks in the mirror like at night when like this person lives with other people. That's your hint. When the coast is clear at night, when everyone else is asleep, they're like in the mirror like practicing like collective host their head a certain way, and they're like trying to like mimic, and they're like, bro, like this person is copying you physically, trying to produce spiritual or internal results, and it's like you can throw shit at the wall all day, it's not gonna stick. Just because you mimic an action doesn't mean you have the internal knowledge and wisdom to actually utilize that skill or whatever. This person's a fucking broken mirror, a fucking broken record. They're just, you know. Say don't touch it. It's almost done. Be patient. All right, go ahead. That's it. I need to tie this shit back up. Okay, it's tied. So this is a big reading, they said. Yeah, I got a lot of rooms for you guys here. Again, we have Tier, or, you know, Tuesday, Justice. Sorry, I dropped it. So you are getting justice. You are getting what's just. Your karma is being put on ice. We have said this. You've probably heard this a million times. Justice, you get what's just. You get what's fair. The person attacking you, whatever, gets put on ice. They get halted. They get stopped. What the heck? But I was saying in the previous reading, like, you're someone who is multifaceted. So it's like you're no longer falling for the duality trap, like, oh, good and evil, or like, because what's good for me could be bad for you and vice versa. So just because I say it's good, just because that's my word, doesn't mean it holds up universally. If you look at, like, say like you have, I'll just give you an example. Say you have, and that's probably assigned to, say you have these two cards, like the Galactic Federation and the Vesco. That's not important. Just say you have these two cards, right? And this is all you're seeing. It's like, oh, well, there's like this friction between these two, but then it's like, look, there's a whole fucking deck of cards, right? There's a whole fucking deck of cards. So you have shed duality, and I know we live in a dualistic planet, so you will always, I won't say struggle, but you will always come back to that moment like, oh, like light and darker, female, male, good and bad, good and evil. Like, you'll always have that there, since this is what this planet is. It's very, we come here to learn this shit. Is duality. But you have seen the third thing, the secret third thing, as I say. I said leave these cards out. Where would I put that rune at? Where did Tyr go? Tyr, where you at? Where'd it go, buddy? Yeah. So basically, like, you're not having problems with people that should be opposing you, or that like want to make themselves opposition or something, because it's like, not that you just don't care, you don't give a fuck, you're not concerned about them, you're not worried. But whatever the weird shit they're doing is not affecting you. It's just them in their head being weird. But it's also like you see beyond duality. You see the nuance of things. You see that this person might be annoying, but they are a force that the universe has sent into your life for a reason. So it's like, this person might be sincerely trying to fork you over, but you're just like, yeah, I mean, you know, like, you're a necessary force on my path of growth, so thank you. And this person's like, huh? Like, it's like if you're being bullied and like you walk up to the bully and like you give them a hug and you're like, I love you, and they're like, the fuck off me, you loser. They're like, fucking gay, like, and you're like, no, like, you're like, someone could really be actually trying to destroy you, and you're just like, I appreciate love you. And they're so confused. They don't get why you're being nice to them. They think you're plotting on them. They're like, there's no way I've done all this shit, all these spells, and collective is actually like talking to me. Like, they want to be my friend, or like why doesn't collective hate me? If you had gone down that path and you were coming at them with hatred and anger and whatever, you were like attacking them back, you would be stuck in some bullshit, and whatever they were trying to stick to you would have stuck, and you would have had that demon on you. You would have had the entity they were trying to put on you, but you don't. So we're here. We have Thorisaz. So Thorisaz, like I said before, this is Tor's room. Hold on, is this Thorisaz? I believe this is Thorisaz. Hold on, talk to me, Thor. Yeah, that's Thorisaz. Yeah, okay. Thorisaz. So this is Thor's room. You know, Thor, the lightning god, the guardian of Asgard and the 9 realms. But this also represents ignorance of the Jotun. So the Jotun represent ignorance, and the gods represent consciousness, expansion. The giants would represent, you know, like corruption, forces that corrode, forces that control through force, and, you know, violence and stuff like that. Just ignorance. So you have this duality in this rune. A lot of people only focus on the one side, but with this rune, you also have the aspect of Saturn, not exalted. That would be, as Z said, shout out to Z, that would be the Akashic Library. Saturn exalted is the Akashic Library, or the Akashic room is just a room full of paths. We call them books, but you open it, it just shows you a path. You follow it, you achieve your destiny if you follow it, right? So this, with Saturn, you have legal issues, you have karma. A lot of you all in here are my age. I'm 26. A lot of y'all are Gen Z, or you're like the tail end of millennial. So you're going through your Saturn's return. I think it goes until you're like 32. For some of you, you will be your Saturn's return to your 33, just because you have some lessons that you have to learn, and it might take that long for you. Some of you guys, your houses and your planets, you have completed so much work at an early age, spiritually, mentally, that you're going through your Saturn's return, but it's not kicking your ass. And there was a group of people, White Cloth, that may be one of their nicknames, the White Cloth. There's some Shriners in there too. Evangelists. What is that word? What is that? It starts with the H. It starts with the H, but these people were like, okay, like, we're gonna wait till collective is like 26, 27, 28, and they're like, we're gonna attack them in the Saturn's return. These people were planning on your life being a lot worse when you're like in this age, because the Saturn's return, you are getting, when Saturn returns in your chart, his rental position, which is every 27, 28 years, you are being hit with all the karma you have accumulated and collected the past 27 years. So if you've been a piece of shit for 27 years, you're going to be hit with shit. If you've been a great person, you're going to be meeting great people, you know? So it's like, you have that. I said, keep going. I feel like there's an echo. I can like hear myself. Echo, echo, echo. You guys hear that? Ashok. Yeah. Hadus Ashok. I know. Hadus Ashok, Ra, thank you for your beautiful sun rays, and you rise every day without fail. You set every day without fail. No one asks you to, but you do it without fail. So just like us, just like you, Ra, give us, in my collective, give us the endurance to finish the past set before us. Let us rise and lower every day, just as you do enter the Amduat, and you enter the sky every day without fail. I could be gone I could be out of here. I could die tomorrow. The sun is still going to rise. The earth could be destroyed right now. The sun is still going to set and rise like clockwork. At the same time, roughly every day, depending on where you are in the world, it's going to be there. So some of you guys, like, this is the force that you have, or power available to you. You have the power. It's like, it's not just consistency. It's not just like discipline. It's not just like, oh, like, I have a pattern, I have a routine. It's like, this is something that's just like been forged. This is just like something innately to you. You already do it. It might just be like, oh, like you wake up and you pray, or you wake up and you say hi to the moon and stars, you know, or you go outside at night and you do this every day. It's something that you don't think about, but it's like, because you have been doing this consistently for so long, the gods are kind of like, okay, like, they want to offer you a position, or you have already taken up this position where you will be kind of like a steward. Nah, you already are a steward. Well, that's all I'm allowed to say about that. They said put it back. Yeah, put it back in the back. No, just put it down. Okay. So we have not these. So this is actually restraint. We had Ingus last time. Ingus is not restraint, so I was incorrect about that in the last run reading about the night runes. I called this is not these, which is restraint. I called Ingus, which looks like a diamond with the arms. I called that this. This is the rune of restraint. You have so much power flowing through you. You have so much force behind you and inside of you. You need to be careful with what you are releasing, what you are saying, and what you are doing. You have people at this time watching you very closely, keeping an eye on, keeping tabs on you, just trying to see. Like, people have an idea of who you are, but they're like, wait, like, they're like, you know, in their books, in their myths, they're like, usually this character shows certain traits. You have those traits, just they can't see them because you're cloaked on the physical, because you're being hidden and protected. But they're like, doesn't like, just let's say you're Balor, right? Let's just say you're Balor. They're like, well, usually Balor is the sun, but collective is pretty dark. And Macabre, they're like, why isn't this thing reacting when I do this spell? Why isn't it reacting and showing this result? And that's because you are cloaked at this time. You are divinely protected. You have your angels around you, Archangel Raphael, Haniel, which is, you know, the feminine version of Gabriel. Oh, there's some names in there that I cannot pronounce. You have some angels that are from beyond the Sephiroth working with you. If you know what the Sephiroth is, the Kabbalistic tree of life, Yggdrasil, you have your pathways. The Sephiroth is usually, the Sephiroth is like beyond the sun, Ein Sof, basically, Ein Sof. I may be incorrect about Sephiroth. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But Ein Sof, basically, you have angels working with you. They said Sephiroth is correct. Okay, but what is... Can you jog my memory on what Sephiroth is? Okay, they say after the reading. I'll do my research. But Ein Sof is the black sun. You also have the Earth's core, which is like a sun. You also have Jupiter, which is a failed sun. So you have angels beyond this galaxy coming in the portal, working with you, around you at this time. If you are seeing synchronicity signs, omens, don't be scared. This is not a bad thing. Even if you were seeing like dead animals, this is not, you're not the cause of death. You're not like cursed. You're not... Some people, like, they see a dead animal more than once, like, oh my god, like, there must be something on. Like, no, there's nothing on you bad. You're not being cursed. You're just you're transitioning. You are kind of entering the underworld. You're like right between the underworld, tucked under the sky, if that makes sense. And you have these angels coming in through Ein Sof, through the black sun, through these portals, and you're transitioning. Basically, you're not physically dying, but you are going through like your phoenix rebirth. And for that, you need to channel it in your solar plexus, which is where the phoenix would be, and then take it up to your heart and let it rest in the heart space, and then from there let it spread out. But yeah, restraint, show restraint, be merciful like Jupiter. The gamble, so your gamble is paying off. Some of you guys are actually gambling at the casino and you've been winning money. Just don't go too often, don't win too much too fast, because, you know, a lot of casinos, they actually will take you to the back room and break your legs. That's not a joke. They'll think you're cheating and they will like attack you, especially these casinos run by the mob. When they're losing money, it makes them look bad. It's stupid. You know, you go to a casino to win money, but these places are corrupt. A lot of casinos are ran by, is it Moloch? Gambling, addiction. No, Asmodeus, addiction. So that would also include gambling. So when you're in these disagreeable places, yes, you may be having fun. Just keep in mind that people are also gambling on you at this time. And you may have recently or a while ago said, you know, God, like, cancel all bets. You may have said, do not put my energy in any bets or there will be consequences. Well, people are still doing it and they're finding the fuck out. There are consequences to actions, especially when you go against the Earth Angel, when you go against God's children. And yes, God does have kids too. There are divine demons. There are divine beings that are disagreeable. We can get into that. It's not that complicated. It doesn't matter right now. Okay, let's change the topic. But anyway, you have people making a lot of bets on you. And honestly, if we look at like why we're on this earth or why things are the way they are, nobody down here, for the most part, knows what the fuck they're doing. Even the people who know something, they still know nothing. So it's like the people you face, they might be spiritual, they might be into the occult, they might know how to work with angels and demons, they might know how to summon, they have gifts and powers too, but they're in the matrix. They're doing stuff to satisfy the flesh. Ultimately, they do not have the connection to the divine or to God. They are lost, and they're kind of just reacting, and they see you, this bright, beautiful light. You're intelligent, you're smart, you're funny, you have good looks. Even if you don't think even if you aren't conventionally attractive, you still look really good. You're sexy, you're confident. I said you have skills. You are a fresh breath to this world. You are a divine being sent here as a gift to humanity, right? You are a steward, and people are taking gambles on you because they're like, well, basically, like, they've never met anyone like you, and they kind of just want to see like how far they can take things with you. I mean, it's stupid, but people are like, well, I met an angel before. That was not an angel. They met a demon disguised as an angel. Who's? Oh, yeah. Like I say this every video, but a lot of usually collective, when you get contracts with people, when you are sent to guide someone, you are most likely their first contact with the divine, which means they have never met an angel, not even spiritually, not even the ones in the Bible. They have never met an angel. They have never contacted the divine. They have never even actually heard God's voice. They've been talking to demons. So they're gambling on you because they're like, well, I've heard about angels and this and that, and if collective is really angel, then they should be able to do this. And some people are betting money on you. Not like, they're not putting a contract on your head or anything. They're not putting money on your head to come and, off you, but they're just kind of like I said about the, people being down here. People are bored. And this is what Z brought out in reading. You may not like or agree with what people are doing, but they are doing it out of love. It's just not the love you want. It's toxic love, but it's still love. These people love doing disagreeable things. They love working people over. They love ruining people's lives. They love being annoying. They love being an asshole. Some people, their whole joy in life is just to see other people be miserable, and that's what they love. So it's like, it's not agreeable. It doesn't make logical sense to do it. It's stupid, but they enjoy it, and they want to get to you too. So it's like, yes, distance yourself, you create space. But for those of you who have shed that duality, you're like, this is just another test. This is just another lesson. And whether you walk away or you stay like kind of in connection with these people, and you just kind of you can EXP from these people. Yes, you might go through some bullshit with them, but ultimately you will learn lessons that will help you evolve and grow. But you can also just say, no, I don't want this, because it is weird. It does suck. It's unnecessary at this time. You have evolved to where you don't have to, you no longer need a disagreeable to push you into agreeableness. You're just agreeable. You are just that. Get off me, Ant. We have Rado. So your right is safe. Everything in here is reversed. Oh, Aruz is not. Aruz is the reverse, but everything else is upright. So you have safe travel, safe motion. Your mind, the way your thoughts are traveling to your mind is safe. Even if you've had some very disturbing, I don't know the name of the event, but on Saturday there was, I believe, the full moon, and there was a solar event going on. There's also some stuff going on in different galaxies. There's a portal open right now. So some of you guys have been shifting a lot. I won't talk too much about that. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are going through it badly right now, but just know these emotions, they are normal. It sucks. They are very heavy, but you are also feeling the planet suffering at this time. Ma'at, or Tiamat, Planet Key, she is shedding. She is like, let's just say she's on her cycle right now. She's bleeding. She's on her period. So you are feeling these emotions. They don't necessarily belong to you, but they're part of you since you were born on this planet, in this life. You are connected. So you're feeling that pain. Don't take it personally. Don't feel like, oh, this is me, my life is fucked up. You're just feeling what's in the air. You can block it if you want, but it's important for you to feel it and channel it into your heart and sort it out so that you can see, like, just stay connected, basically. Be present. I mean by that. We have Ewaz. So, God, I'm sorry, guys. There's only like 1 or 2 runes that I like forget the meanings of. One is this little motherfucker. This is Ingles, right? I called this one last time. This is not these. This is restraint. This is Ingles. I'm just gonna be real with you. At the moment, I do not remember what this one is, so I'm not gonna read it. They said try anyway. I don't really want to, because I don't. Whatever, I'll do it. No, this is not Edward. This is, Wait, is that? Hold on, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, no, that's Manos. Okay, this is Ehwaz. They said to say you are a force to be reckoned with. You have divine oversight, protection. Judgment is being called on your attackers and pursuers. You are free. Basically, this is not really like the meaning of the room, but this is kind of like the associations, and this is associated with Mercury as well. I know you would say Manos is connected with Mercury because it's communication, expansion, stuff like that, connection, human connection. But this is also Mercury. Quicksilver is important to you, or lightning. Phosphorus is important to you. The tabernacle is important to you. Emeralds. The emerald tablets is important to you at this time. You either need to read the emerald tablet, you need to buy the emerald tablets and read it if you don't have it, or if you do have the book, you need to finish reading it, like start, like literally cover to back page. I said put me down. So you have Oruz reversed. This isn't like a concern, but it will be. Some of you guys are working too hard. That's pretty much it. You're just working too hard. You should not be having sex at this time. Your reproductive organs are fine, but just the energy you're in, you don't want to, say you accidentally get someone pregnant or you get pregnant, the energy you're in, that baby will not come out. The baby will come out deformed or just have a lot of health complications. So this is not the time to be letting people nut in you. This is not the time to be intimate with people. Also, the energy, if you are to have sex right now, the energy will just kind of trap you in that cycle of kind of like downgrade. It'll downgrade you basically. So if you need to get a toy or whatever, do that, but just keep it to yourself at this time. Yeah, that's all they said. Jera, a harvest, a year. As I said, some things will take a year to pay off. But also, like, we're in the summer right now, so something you did a year ago is starting to pay off. You're starting to get that harvest. It may be like a slow trickle, like you had a clothing business, or like you do nails, you do hair, you might do marketing, you might be a chef, a private caterer, whatever. You do art, ornamental, you might be whichever trade you have, and you're just now starting to see it pay off. Don't let those feelings of, oh, it didn't work before, so it's not going to work now, get to you. Those were lessons you had to go through. You've learned all the ways to do it wrong. And yes, earth angels get moved around from assignment to assignment. Sometimes there's things that you really want to do that you think is your purpose. You're like, oh, like, I really want to make art. But yes, you can make art anytime you want, but that's not your purpose. That's not why God created you. So it's like, you need to find out what your purpose is and then stick to that and do it, invest in it. But also, it's like something you did a year ago is like, now you're getting the harvest for it, like I said. So you might feel jaded. That's fine. It happens. Things were rough, but this is a new timeline, new energy. This is also a checkpoint for you all who have got this far. Even if you haven't got this far, you skipped past or just didn't watch it, this is a checkpoint right here, right now. And this is your sign. Yeah, I felt that. Welcome to the new timeline. Also, beware of the new earthers. A lot of people say that, but what they mean, okay. Okay. We got Gebo, gift for gift. A gift is not always like a physical, like you know, something wrapped up in a box. It could be someone giving you a hug. It could be someone giving you $5 when you need it. It could just be you get a new friend, or you know, you make a connection and this person can actually help you out. A lot of earth angels, bro, our trauma stems from, we have been betrayed, especially group 7. We have literally been betrayed by everyone. Like, if you went to a school with 1,000 people and say, you may not have known all 1,000 children, but you say you were popular, you knew over 100 people, well, all 100 of those people betrayed you. They all did you dirty. They all talked shit behind your back. They all plotted on you or did something horrible to you. And you have kind of just gone from area to area being hurt by everyone. And this is what makes some chosen resent God or feel like, oh, like, I was just here to be hurt. Well, we came here to learn lessons. You want life sometimes to go a certain way. Like, you look on TV, you're not doing the keep up with the Joneses. You don't care what other people have. It's not jealousy, but it's like, you want your life to be a certain way. Well, the divine has other plans for you. God has other plans for you. For those of you who have not submitted your free will to the divine, you are just going to be bucking against it, because you are chosen. You also chose to be chosen, and you wanted this. So if this is something you do not want, you can revoke the contract. You can go back to what we call a regular life, which you already have a lot of. The divine likes to make sure that those of you who have heavy work, that you do have like just some normalcy in your life. You might hold down a job, you have friends, you go out, but then you have your missions you go on, which that's no one's business, right? Besides you and who's assigned it to you, God or your angels, right? So some of you, though, there's a mosquito. Some of you guys, you're tired of being divine. You're tired of the lessons. You're not going to stop having lessons. You're not going to stop having karma. You're not going to stop meeting karmics or disagreeables just because you get off the path. I suggest you don't get off your horse, because when you stop and quit, you're going to erase your progress and start from, yeah, Cardis, yeah. You're going to have a tired moment, and you're going to have to start from ground zero with kind of nothing, so it's better to keep going. I know it's hard, but if you really are just like, I'm tired of being an angel, I'm tired of people attacking me because I'm God's child, you can do that. I would say just don't but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just an experience, so it's really up to you. If you want a different experience, a different life, go get that shit. God will not be mad at you. When you're ready to pick up the path, your God will still be there. Your angels will still be, your ancestors will still fuck with you. Some of them will be leaving if you do switch paths, because they are only with you for the path you're on, and they're not really geared towards, some ancestors, some spirits, they don't care about the mundane. They're not going to help you on the mundane. So if you lose some of your team, it's not bad. It's just they are not designed for that. They are designed for the work you've been doing. We have Lagwas, water, flow, ebb and flow. Ebb, flow, push, pull, yin and yang. This is the feminine, the water emotions. Energy is just energy, emotion. Oh my God, they say go deeper. Well, okay. Some of you guys need to change your water. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like poke holes in your body and release blood and plasma. I mean like mentally, spiritually, on the astral. Imagine you're like changing your oil, like you unscrew it and you drain the oil out. Some of you need to do that like spiritually and energetically with your water, and even the water in your body. You need to like filter it. You need to purify the water in your body. You need to cleanse your internal. You can spray. Shout out to Z again. He teaches me so much. You can spray your hands with Florida water and sniff it. Don't do it too much because you can hurt yourself. But if you do that, you will clean your internal, your insides. You can do it with other herbs too. Florida water is not the only one, but that's just, the most popular, the most commonly used. Yeah, but you need to switch. You need to basically do an oil change on your body. You need to switch your water. You need to you need new water. You need new energy. They say energy cannot be created or destroyed. So by new energy, I don't mean something that doesn't exist, because everything that exists or will exist already was and is, and it may not yet be here on this planet, but it still is somewhere else. So it's like, when you have these brilliant ideas, it may be something that was never done on Earth before on Key, but it still has been done before. You're just the one getting access to it. You're the one bringing in that download to the collective consciousness. And then we have Menos gods, which is human connection, stuff like that. You have evolved very greatly and deeply on your human path. A lot of us Earth Angels have trauma with being human. You were not treated fairly as a human, or no one saw your humanity. There was a time when people treated you as a demon. They were witch hunting you, and you have healed your wound with humanity. You no longer have a hatred for humans. You can follow a lot of people, especially like when they first get initiated in the occult and spirituality, they want to be like, oh, like humans are the problem. And other star seeds, they have the attitude too. They do not like humans. They treat us like cattle, or they honestly just think you're stupid. Like sheep are dumb. Sheeps are really stupid. They look at us like cattle. Some of y'all were like raised by different star seeds, like Lycans, vampires, different races. So you kind of had an attitude towards humans like they're all stupid, but you realize once you got out here, like, it's not just humans. Other races are disagreeable. There's other, like, people say humans litter. They do. Other people litter too. I've seen Lycans litter. I've seen all. So it's not just humans. It's just disagreeables. Like, it's not, anyone can be stupid. So everyone is not the problem. It's just the people that are the problem. And it doesn't matter if they're human, male, female. It doesn't matter. It's just some people are bad, some people are good. Some people love God, some people worship Satan. It's just how it is. If you guys would like to book me for a rune reading, you can reach me at musesyren33@gmail.com. Siren is spelled with a Y. MUSESYREN33@gmail.com. No, that is not Freemasonry. Some people were confused about that. I picked 33 because it is a master number in numerology. It is the master number of creativity and expression in love. So that is why I am not a Freemason. There's Freemasons in my family. I never joined. I don't really plan on it. I don't care to. I don't feel like it's necessary for my growth. I don't really need anything from them. You can find a lot of their secrets online if you know where to look. You can also just talk to a member of a local chapter, and they'll answer a lot of your questions. There's some stuff they can't tell you because, you know, secret, but they're pretty open. You guys also need to stop. Sorry, my foot is falling asleep. Fuck. Oh my God. Y'all need to stop saying that fraternities and organizations and spiritual and occult groups are evil. There's evil people within them, but it's neutral. The organization itself is neutral. Like I know a guy in the Moose, he was like, I thought he was a Freemason. He was like, no, that's some weird shit. Like, dude, it's not, Freemasonry isn't the problem. It's just like how you have good Christians, you have bad Christians. You have people who pick up the Bible and they condemn people, they witch hunt, and they also do witchcraft. But you also have people who pick up the Bible and all they want to do is pray for people and, you know, give money to the homeless. So, you know,